What's going on, guys? So it feels good to be back, and today we have a very special topic for you guys, and it's going to be a goal that I'm sure most of you people want to achieve, and that's how to make over 6 figures a year, how to make over $100,000 every single year. And we're going to be talking about many different methods of doing it, and of course at the end of the video I'm going to be showing you my method of how I do it. First, I just want to say thank you to anyone who's still watching, and if you guys are watching and enjoy my content, don't forget, leave a thumbs up. If you're new here, don't forget, hit that notification bell, smash that subscribe button. So before we start talking about how to make $100,000 every year, we got to break it down into simple goals. I would suggest make $300 in one day, and you can make that $300 every day for the rest of the year. That would mean you would make well over $100,000 throughout the year just by making $300 in one day. So then you got to think to yourself, how many different methods are there to making $300 a day?
There's 3 different types of income. One of them is earned income.
For example, that $52 an hour paying job, you can make $30 an hour and work 10 hours and make $300.
Or there's other methods to make money, including passive income, which we will talk about. And another one would be a portfolio income, which is generated from selling away an investment at a higher price than you paid for it. If you invest in the stock market, then you already know exactly what this is. This includes capital gains, shares, stocks, collectibles, or currency exchange. So we're just going to be taking a quick look at different passive income ideas. One example would be to rent out a property or a room, which is what I'm doing. Another one is sell advertising space on a website. We also have affiliate marketing, publishing a book, creating an online course, start a YouTube channel, invest in stocks. So if you invest in the stock market and you have a company that pays dividends, that also counts as a passive income. And even if you're someone who has an earned income, you could still work on adding different sources of income. So if you're working a 9 to 5, you can buy a property and rent out the property. And just like that, you have 2 incomes. If you have some money saved up, you can invest into a company that pays a dividend. And just like that, you have 3 incomes. So the key here is to have as many different incomes as possible. Or you can create your own income, which is what I do. And I'll show you guys examples of how I do it.
Every time I sell one of these iPhones, I make $100 profit. So in order for me to make $100,000, I would need to sell 1,000 of these iPhones. I'll give you guys another example. For example, this thing, let's say every time I sell one of these, I make $10 profit. So I can either sell 1,000 of these iPhones or 10,000 of these, or I could sell 5,000 of these and 500 of these iPhones. You see where I'm getting at? And that's why I have so many products that I've been selling, including iPhones, Samsungs, PS4s, Nintendo Switches, video games, AirPods, and just a whole bunch of crap, and all of it adds up. And as you can see, it all added up to over $100,000, and it hasn't even been a full 12 months yet. So right now I'm just explaining to you guys a simple math. I'm also explaining to you guys that there's many methods. There's not just my method. You just have to open your mind. A simple tool like YouTube, you can learn so much from it. Reading, you can learn so much from it. You don't have to replicate what I'm doing. There's many different ways. You just have to find something you're passionate about or something that you enjoy doing and make sure it pays, or find a way to make it pay you. The mentality I'm just trying to show you guys is that I just had so many different streams. My goal in life is to have more than that, and for some reason one of them happened to blow up more than the other, so my time focused more on that. But I never stopped with the other ones, because at the end of the day, they're all tools that help me reach my goals. So when reaching this goal, there's usually 2 types of people that make it. There's the people right here, and these are the people that get the salary. They get that good paying job, that $52 an hour paying job, or that $30 an hour paying job, just working crazy hours. These are the people here that trade time for their money. And then on this side, we have the people I would consider like me, the entrepreneurs, the self-employed people, the people that kind of just go their own path. They create their own opportunities. This side, people wait for the opportunities. They look for the opportunities. They want to fall into the opportunities, or they want to find someone to give them the opportunity, because when you get a job, it's an opportunity that was given to you. On this side, you kind of just create your opportunity. You look for that opportunity. You build an opportunity within yourself. That's what I did. I just looked for ways to create opportunities for myself, and when I seen opportunities that I liked, I would work on those opportunities. Choose a side, or sometimes you could be both. You could be working that job that still doesn't land you that 6 figure, but on top of that, you could have a side hustle trying to escape this side and go here, or maybe you're good here but you just want to add a little extra. Who knows, maybe your little extra outgrows what's over here. So in order to get over this whole mental thing, before you can even achieve it, I feel like you just have to believe that you can achieve it. Before I accomplished any of my milestones, I already believed I was going to do it. It was just a matter of when. And the best thing about having that type of mentality is that once you reach that, you're like, okay, that's one step step down, next step. There's always another step to climb. You're never at the top. The only thing you can do is continue climbing until you get to that milestone. And a lot of that is just a mental game. It's just believing in yourself. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you land that job. You get that contract. But you can't create luck if you don't create those opportunities. So what I seem to notice about people, and not just people in general, even myself, is when you look at money, like let's say you have money in your bank account, you kind of look at that as like a sense of security. Well, it also depends on the type of person you are. Some people will see money in their bank account and they immediately want to spend it, and it doesn't matter. They don't value the dollar. They don't value the money they work for. They don't value their time, and to them money is just goes in and goes out, and it just continues to go in and out, and it never stays in one spot. Those people need to change their mentality before they can even take the next step in the ladder that they're trying to climb. If you're unable to save money, then obviously you can't have money to invest it. You pretty much get stuck in a never-ending loop. Most of those people are just consumers. They just consume regardless of what you're doing, whether you're watching a concert, whether you're listening on YouTube. Unless you're consuming things that will improve yourself, improve your financial status, you're pretty much wasting your time. So most people, they see their money in their bank account like it's a form of security. The way I see it now is you have to make your money work for you. Even if you have to go have a conversation with your $20 bill, and you got to tell this $20 bill, you got to send them out there to work for you. So let's say you have $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, doesn't matter, $100,000 sitting in the bank. If that money is just sitting there not doing nothing, then you're working for your money, but your money's doing nothing for you. So you have to talk with your money. You have to go sit there, have a one-on-one talk with your money, and you have to tell your money, you need to start working for me, because I worked hard for you guys. I put you guys in a secure location, for example my bank. Now it's time for you guys to get up and work for me. You got to get over that uneasy feeling of spending your money in order to make more money. Be smart with your money. You have to finance your money. You have to save your money. Then you have to have your money work for you. You can't just keep saving your money and then letting your money pile up, because you know what happens over time? That money depreciates in value. Why? Because inflation. Send that bill out to work. And of course, the moment you have been waiting for, we are gonna dive into my computer and I'm gonna be showing you my bank transactions of all 2020, and I'm gonna show you the 4 different methods that I make money and how it all amounted to well over $100,000.
So right now we have entered my bank and we can pretty much see all my transaction history from the current period. So we see my withdrawals and my deposits, my bill payment. This is me reinvesting in my company. But the most important thing we're going to be looking at is the deposits, my income, my revenue, the money that I'm making. So right here we have September 1st today, $60 e-transfer. That's because someone bought a speaker off me, cost them $60. And then for example here, $2,300. That's just money that I've made from sales. I've deposited $2,300. As you can see, small little e-transfers here and there. Here I have a deposit of $4,500. Here we have another large deposit. Here we have another large deposit. So this is me pretty much when I go to the bank, which you've seen in my previous videos.
Actually heading to the bank, what I've made in the past couple of weeks, taking another trip to the bank. And so once again, another quick trip to the bank, depositing some money in the bank. I'm gonna head to the bank, I'm gonna deposit some money else. Seems to me like the only time I have time to talk to you guys is during my trips to the bank. So I just arrived at the bank and I'm just gonna be depositing all this. So yeah, this is what I have to deposit right now.
All the money that I'm making, I'm reinvesting. As you can see, I've made $24,000, $500 in revenue, and I pretty much spent that all right away. And the reason why I'm spending it all is because right now this business has been growing at a very rapid pace. So I'd rather be reinvesting all the money I make.
I would much rather be that one guy with $1,000 in the bank, but I invested $9,000 versus the guy with $10,000 in the bank. Send that bill out to work.
But we're not here to see how much money I made this month. We're just going to do a custom search right here. That's January 1st, 2020. We're going to have it until today's date, which is September 1st, 2020. And we're just going to have a full search. What we're going to do is going to scroll to the very bottom and I'm going to just show you how much money I have made in revenue, which is the total money that I've deposited in my bank. E-transfers sent to me from purchases made. We have my Google payments. We have my rent payments. This was a money email transfer, $485. So that's just one of the many rooms that I rent. But the point I'm making here is I created a stream of revenue, which was from YouTube. Even if I stop posting, I still continue to receive payments from Google. And obviously if I put more effort into YouTube, my revenue will go up. So if we scroll all the way to the bottom, and the main number we will be focusing on right here is the total revenue that I've made in 2019, and that is $135,955 in total revenue. Most of the money that I've made, I've just consistently been reinvesting, and you guys know exactly why. Even though the stock market has been a very slow year for me this year, mostly because I've been taking very little risk. risks. I have made some money in the stock market as well, and this is my total realized gains and losses year to date. In my US position, I've made a total of $2,500 in collected profit, and in my Canadian position, I've made a total of $557 in collected profit. My biggest winner, of course, was Planet 13. In my Canadian portfolio, I made $557. In my American portfolio, I made $640. I'm still holding onto a decent size of Planet 13 shares. And then right here, we have a company like IGC. This is a very high risk company, and I did take that risk, and somehow I came out on top. Another company I took a nice little risk on was iRobot. JD.com has been a company that I've always liked. MDRM, this is another high risk company. NEO was still one of my huge winners, and I'm still holding on to a position with NEO where I'm almost up 300%. Nintendo was just small gains that I've collected here, and it totaled up to over $3,000. So we're just going to convert that into Canadian dollars to get the exact dollar amount. So I'm just going to multiply that times 1.3, which equals to 3,295, and then I'm going to add $557.45 to it, which comes to a total of $3,847 that I've made in the stock market, plus $135,955. We have a total of $139,800, so almost $140K revenue in 2020 alone.
I just want to know what you guys think. Let me know your milestones, or what's your first step to starting your journey to achieving that milestone, because it all takes steps. You can't just create a goal and just expect to achieve it tomorrow. Everything is a process. Nothing happens overnight. Like I said, before reaching $100,000 a year, try to focus on how to make $300 in one day. And then when you do that $300 in one day, try to replicate that. It's just as simple as that. Obviously, this is not just the first step. You might have 10 steps in order to get to this step, but I feel like for me, this is my first step into reaching a new milestone. And I guess over time, you guys will see me hopefully reach new milestones. For example, last year, I finally reached the milestone where I had my $100,000 portfolio. And now my new milestone this year was I finally reached a six-figure income in 1 year. Obviously, in less than 1 year, I've reached over 130K. So that's a new milestone. So now the thing is, some people will settle for this and they'll be happy with this, and they can do this for the rest of their lives. And congratulations if you are. But for me, I want to set a new milestone. I want to set new goals, and I want to keep climbing up that ladder. And that's all you guys got to do. Baby steps. Don't look at someone else's progress or someone else's success compared to yours. Look at how you were a year ago and look at yourself today. And if you're the same person, then that means you got to start making a new ladder for yourself and climbing that ladder by yourself. Anyways, I just want to say that I hope this video helped you guys out. I hope that like maybe one day I can read in the comment section saying like, hey, thanks to this video, I was able to do it. I finally was able to. I hope this changes some people's lives. I know some people are just gonna watch this video and it's just gonna fly right by them, in 1 year, out one other, but I just know that there's gonna be a couple of you that will watch this and it will actually inspire you and motivate you to reach your six-figure a year target, goals, whatever you want to call it, your dreams. I hope you guys enjoyed this type of content, and if you guys do enjoy this video, don't forget, leave me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, don't forget, hit that notification bell, smash that subscribe button. I'm gonna try to upload at least once a month. That's gonna be my goal, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.